So I wasn't connected to the wireless. I was just trying to use phone service. Well, that's not going to work. All right. Cool. Cool. Everybody says good now. That's great. Susan. Susan is the first name I see. So Susan is part of our story. And that suggestion came from Spencer Powell. Now I need a male first name. And not one of these everybody can have it name. A real male first name. Okay, a male first name. First one to give me that. Who's that going to be? We're not doing shout outs today, but I do recognize all of you being here. This is great. We're going to do a story. I'm going to make up a story improv style. So I'm looking for a male first name. Tony. Sarah Coffee gave me Tony. She was first. All right. So now, my next suggestion is I need a work occupation, okay? I need a work occupation. Yeah, the stream is better now because I finally turned the wireless on. I didn't have it connected to the network. I was just using the, the whatever you want to call it, the phone service, and that's no good. Let's get this up a little bit like this. Okay, great. Let's see. All of that. A bartender. No, wait a minute. Dominic Valdez was first with a plumber. Okay. That's easy. Okay. So that's cool. Let's see. What's next? Next is a leisure activity. And be nice. Be nice. What was something that you would do for fun? And keep it above the waistline. Well, keep it, be nice. I want it to be nice. A leisure activity. Who was that golfing? That's Chris Strader with golfing. Okay. Let's see. What's next? Next, I want a food you can eat with your fingers. Okay? Give me a food you can eat with your fingers. Back to the chat I go to monitor who's giving me that. Oh, I don't understand people with no manners in here. It's really awful. No. Let's see. I'm going to go with Wendy's suggestion of hiking. Thank you, Wendy. That's great. No, wait a minute. Food you can eat with your fingers. What was this? Apple. Apple from Aiden. An apple. And then let's see. What's our next suggestion? Our next suggestion is an item of clothing. I need one item of clothing from you, dear ones. Okay? One item of clothing. So remember who gave me this stuff, all right? Because I won't remember it. I'm just writing down the stuff. An item of clothing. A sock. That's from Pika Wolf. A sock. Okay, we only have a couple more here to go. I want a city in the United States. Any city or town in the United States. Okay, give me one of those. Please do meats. I don't know what meats are. San Diego from Schmexy Turtle. San Diego, one of my favorite places. Now, give me a city in Europe. Okay? I want a city in Europe. We're making up a story, and I'm writing down all of your suggestions. On Facebook, it's backwards, but on YouTube, it should be good. Meet and greets. Well, actually, I'm going to be in Maui on, let's see, Sunday, the 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo. Denmark. That's not a city. London. London from Mike O'Brien. All right, London. All right, so here's our story, all right? We have Susan and Tony, and one of them is a plumber, and one of them likes to go golfing. Right now, the only food they have is an apple. They did remember to pack their socks in their suitcase, and they've been living in San Diego, and now they're going on a trip to London. So, That's what I'm going to make up this story about. And we can go more places with it after a while, but, you know, whatever. We're not doing shout outs today. I'm going to make up a story using these suggestions. Yes, I am. We have Susan and Tony. One of them is a plumber. One of them, at least, likes golfing. The only food they have to eat right now is an apple, so they've got to go foraging and scurrying around to get some more food. They did at least pack the socks in their suitcase as they take a trip between San Diego and London. So, Susan and Tony are just first dating. This is a brand new relationship for them. I'm making this shit up as I talk, okay? And, Susan was telling Tony that she's a plumber. She's actually apprenticing to be a master plumber. And he was quite surprised by that. He thought that was a very untraditional occupation for Susan. And she said, well, you know, I have to earn a living too. And I have to build a retirement. And besides, it pays really well. And, you know, my pants never slide down over my butt. So there's that. Here in Los Angeles, we have the Smell Good plumbers. I don't know if you have them where you live, but who asked what this is? Jason, this is a make-up story. I'm making up a story from suggestions that I got from people. I'm making this shit up right out of my head because I can. By the way, do you like my new short summer do? I cut off some of the curls, but I like it. It's really easy to take care of. Anyway, so Susan and Tony are in a brand new relationship. She is a plumber, and he's quite surprised by that. And he mentions that he loves golfing. And she can't quite see the sense in that. It's like, you know, that Robin Williams whole shtick about, you know, why would you torture yourself by trying to hit a little ball a long ways with a little tiny club that can barely meet it? And she says, well, you know, I like baseball. And he goes, well, why would you torture yourself with trying to hit a little ball with a little bat and make it go places? So I guess it's the same thing. Anyway, she's a plumber, and she hasn't yet figured out what he does. We might have to figure that out later. Yeah. So they've decided to take a trip very early in their relationship. They live in San Diego, and they are going to London for a quick getaway, 5 or 6 days. And all they remembered to pack in their suitcase were their socks. Because, you know, you can wash out your undies, but socks take a little longer to dry. And, well, you can just, you know, you can just shake out your clothes, or you can buy new ones and throw the old ones away. It's all going to work out. So this is a totally improvised story tonight. Just something about her being a plumber really intrigues him, because he'd never quite thought about it like she said. You know, her pants aren't going to slide down, and you're not going to see the crack of her ass, because women have a waist, and typically their pants don't fall down. It's those men with no ass at all. Those are the problems in their suitcase, and they have a little bit of room on their credit card, so they figure they'll just buy clothes once they get to London. Because they're going on a buddy pass. Yeah, what she's now found out about Tony is that he has privileges on an airline that flies internationally. So, there you go. They're going to London on his buddy pass and his employee pass, or, you know, whatever the fuck, and they're going to go have a good time. They're not sure if they'll get an audience with the Queen of England, but they are hoping to see London Bridge. Oh, but then she reminded him that thing's been moved to Arizona, so fuck that idea. That's not going to happen. You know, I wish you would pay attention to my story and not try to write your own, because I don't go there with my stories. And I don't, we're not doing shout outs here, but I'll be looking for some more suggestions in a little bit. So, the first stop they make after they get out of the airport at Heathrow, which is a giant fucking clusterfuck of an airport. I mean, it takes you more time to get out of London than it took you to fly there in the first place, or more time to get out of Heathrow than it took you to fly in the first place. But it turns out that before they left, he sent a text message to one of his buddies who is a tour guide in London, because Susan has never been. So Susan is getting a little bit impressed with Tony now. A, he's got flight privileges, and B, he's got a really good friend who's going to show them both around London. But he's still very intrigued with her being a plumber. Let's hope that the friend who's picking them up doesn't have any plumbing problems in his flat, because maybe she doesn't have any tools. You know, that could be tough if you try to fix the plumbing without tools. Susan has decided that clean socks are not enough. So she wants to go to Harrods. She wants to shop at the high-end place because she has enough room on her credit card. So she asks the tour guide if he can take her to Harrods while Tony, we need a name for this tour guide. Who can give me a name for this tour guide? I think I've already determined that it's a male, but it could be anything. So give me the male name for this tour guide, because the tour guide and Tony are going to go off. Donald. Donald? Really? We haven't got anything better than that? Actually, earlier, Janet put in, looks like a relative, Adrian. Let's use Adrian. Yeah, let's use Adrian. So Adrian and Tony are going to go sussing out places where they might go golfing. In London? I don't know much about London, but I don't reckon they have a lot of flat space for a golf course. But that's up to the two of them to figure out while Susan goes shopping. So let's go shopping with her right now and see what she's going to get. First is clean undies, because, you never want to leave the house without clean undies. You never know if you might have an accident or, be in an accident, and you wouldn't want the people in the emergency room to be giving you a stare about your undies. So clean undies. She wants clean undies. Oh, and she just found a glorious purple sweater that's her perfect size. That will go good in all kinds of weather. It's a tight weave, so the wind won't blow through it, because London can get very cold and damp. Oh, and look, she found a new pair of chino pants. Oh, my goodness sakes. And they come down low enough so that whatever socks she has won't bother. So now she's got at least one new outfit, and she's thinking maybe she could pick up a couple of things for Tony. Maybe a clean shirt, and she's going to guess on the waist size to get him some skivvies, and sweatpants. Oh, no, that would never do. No, not in London. Probably not. It probably wouldn't be good golfing outfit either. You know what? Tony and Adrian are about the same size, so maybe he could borrow some of Adrian's clothes. Yeah, that would work. That would work well. Oh, and just as she's about to go to the cash register, don't you know, they have a small display of these really lightweight, roll it up and put it in your pocket windbreakers. Oh, holy mother of awesomeness. Fuck yeah, that is exactly what she needs for when the weather turns a little bit nasty. Look at this. As she puts it on, she realizes there's a little hood that will roll out of the collar. And so if it rains or gets misty, she'll be able to put that on. Oh, there you go. So I know you guys are probably having a lot of fun down here in the chat being inappropriate, but that's too bad because I'm not watching. No, I'm telling a story. And if you don't like it, go find another stream. If you want to be a real pill, go find another stream. Because we don't tolerate that here. Let's see. So let's recap now. Susan and Tony are on an early date. Susan is almost a certified master plumber. She's an apprentice plumber. And Tony, we found out, has some connection to the airlines because he got a buddy pass for her and a a flight for almost nothing for him, and he's big for golfing on his time off. And so they're on a trip from San Diego to London. How fucking fun is that? And all they brought for food for the plane trip was an apple apiece, and they had socks in their carry-on bag. So she's Susan. Oh wait, let me back up. After they managed to get out of Heathrow Airport, which is a fuck doodle, fuck. Tony surprised her with the fact that he has a longtime friend who lives in London. His name is Aiden, and Aiden is going to come pick them up and take them back to his flat where they'll be able to stay in the spare bedroom, and he's going to show them all around. And Aiden took Susan to Harrods, where she's now shopped for a few necessities. She has clean underwear, a nice pair of chino pants, a lovely purple sweater, and a windbreaker. And she picked up some skivvies for Tony, which she thinks will fit. She thinks she's pretty sure of his waistline. She's been around a few men, you know, brothers and such, you know. And, but she didn't get him, and she didn't get him those sweatpants because they would not be right on the golf course. She kind of figures that Aiden and Tony will be able to switch things off with their clothes, and, you know, Tony will be able to just find something in Aiden's closet, and that will work just fine. If he wants something else besides clean skivvies, he can go to Harrods himself. Yeah, she's going to be nice, but she's not going to baby him. You know, there's no sense in that. Nobody needs another mother. No. So, they pick her up. They pick her up from Harrods. And that's our story so far. Charity Smarity. Hey, I'm going to be in Victorville again on the day before Mother's Day. Yeah, how about that? Let's see. I digress. Oh, somebody wanted to know about meet and greets. I'll digress from the story for just a second. I'm going to be in Maui at the Barnes & Noble on Derry Road on Sunday, May 5th. Yep. From 1 o'clock till about 3 o'clock, signing my cookbook. My cookbook! Oh, my cookbook. And I don't even have one with me. What's the matter with me? I should get that out. My cookbook. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if Susan found my cookbook in Harrods and she took it back to Aiden's flat and she said, hey, I'll do some cooking if you guys will buy the food? Well, that would just be fast as fuck right there. That would be slick as fuck. That would be so awesome. So in terms of book signings, I'm going to be in Maui on May 5th, and I'm going to be in Victorville, California on May 12th. Saturday the 11th. The 11th, the day before Mother's Day, whatever the fuck day that is. That's when I'm going to be in Victorville, California, signing my beautiful cookbook. Yeah, I'm so proud of it. I'm really proud of it. So, let's see. Aiden and Tony pick her up at Harrods now. And Tony's actually quite impressed that she thought to buy him some skivvies. And she kind of mentions, well, I thought about getting you some sweatpants, but then I realized that you probably aren't the sweatpants type. And besides which, if you need to buy more than just underwear, you can come back to Harrods yourself. And he goes, well, that's good thinking. I like that. Yeah, I don't need to be taken care of. I have one mother. Yeah. So there you go. When will Walmart have my cookbook? I doubt that they will. It's Barnes & Noble or Amazon right now, or your favorite local bookstore. Actually, the last I looked, my cookbook is half price at Amazon. You should check that out. Yeah, it's $21.99 regularly, and I believe it's $10.99 at Amazon. Check it out. Maybe somebody who's really nice will put the link in the chat, because this other bullshit that's in here. We don't need that. We really don't. No, we don't. Oh, I got the hiccups now. So, Aiden and Tony have sussed out the golfing. And it turns out that all of the courses are just jammed with reservations and there's no way for them to get in. So Aiden has another suggestion. He goes, you know what? I have English in the country version of Cards Against Humanity. Let's play that tonight and get to know each other a little bit better. And Susan isn't quite so sure about this, but Tony jumps right on it. Like, oh man, that will be so fun. But we have to eat. And Susan goes, well, you know, I know this granny who lives in Los Angeles, and she's an internet YouTuber star, and she makes really good shit, and I remembered one of her recipes from memory. And so if you guys would go to the store, I'll make dinner. And then you guys can clean up, and then I'll put on my new clothes, and we can play Cards Against Humanity. And then Tony wants to know, well, what did she get for new clothes? And she said, look, I got these new chinos, and I got undies, but those are none of your business right now. And I got this gorgeous purple sweater, and I really like it because it's a tight weave. Unlike this sweater of mine right now that you can see through. It's a really tight weave, and it's not going to let the wind through, so that's going to be good. And I got this amazing windbreaker right by the cash register, and look, it even has a little hoodie in it. You're very smart, and you've never been to London before. She goes, no, but it seemed like it would be smart. If the wind came up or if the moisture came up, I thought it would be just perfect. And the sweater's very lightweight, so it won't be too hot in the daytime if the sun comes out. So that's what's going up with them right now. Oh, look, Diana Miranda just put up the cookbook link. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you, Diana. And Susan did too. There you go. Some of you just have the weirdest ideas, I swear. Don't you get me at all? Don't you get me at all? Come on. Be real. So anyway, I'm making this whole thing up as I go, you know. It happens that I've been to London once, and I actually ran into very good weather. I've been to London twice, actually. The first time was very good weather. The second time was in the middle of the winter. So we expected it to be cool and rainy, and it was. But it wasn't that heavy, heavy rain that soaks you to the bone. It was pretty good. And, you know, she's kind of liking this trip. And the more she gets to know Tony, and the more she gets to know his really good friend Aiden, she thinks this guy's pretty all right. You know, he's got kind friends, put him up at the drop of a hat, and he was willing to pop for the trip. And so, yeah, she's going to do her part. She's going to cook using one of my amazing recipes that she memorized. It's the one for the Mexican-style sweet potato. That shit is so good and so easy to make. It's just some corn and some spinach and some a lime, which might be a little difficult to get in London, although we hope it's the right time of year, and some salsa, and a couple of sweet potatoes, and some black beans. Oh, you just saute all that. You cook the sweet potatoes first, and then you cook all this other stuff in a big fry pan. And really, they don't want to listen to my story, do they? They really don't want to listen to my story. Well, fuck it. Go find another stream. If you don't like this, and you don't like that I don't notice your shit, find another stream. Bye-bye. All right, so dinner is over with now. They had that delicious meal, and Tony says, wherever did you get this recipe? She says, I got it from GrannyPottyMouth's FASTasF cookbook. It's right there in the vegetarian section. Veggies, veggies, veggies. And he says, well, I'm just going to have to find that cookbook. She says, well, order it from Amazon. You can get it from Amazon London. No problem. Cards Against Humanity, London style. Now, I wonder what that would be. You know, I'm just going to make shit up right out of the top of my head here because, oh my gosh. Let's see. If you invited Prince Philip for dinner, what would you serve? And Susan's going to give an answer, and Tony's going to give an answer, and Aiden's going to give an answer. All three of them, right? So, I will look for nice answers, nice funny answers. They got to be super funny, okay? So I'm making up a story. We're about a half an hour into the story right now, almost 40 minutes into the story. We have Susan and Tony off on a getaway trip to London on one of their early first dates. Susan is an apprentice master plumber. Tony likes around. All they put in their suitcase or their carry-on when they got on the plane was an apple apiece. And they were starving when they got there, so she made dinner, and they put socks in their carry-on, and then she went shopping at Harrods, and they started in San Diego, and now they're in London, and there you go. Yeah, there you go. So, now, so somebody said, eggs and sausage. Corey Sutherland said that Aiden's answer is eggs and sausage. Okay, eggs and sausage. All right, cool. Bailey Harris says SpaghettiOs. Bailey, tell me, whose answer is that? Is that Susan's answer or Tony's answer for SpaghettiOs? That's fucking hysterical. SpaghettiOs. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Oh. Charity Smarity, you're next. Who is going to say nasty ass kidney pie and blood pudding? Come on. Let's see. Those are the two answers. And Bailey, I need you to tell me who said SpaghettiOs. And then Charity Smarity can answer me. Okay? Come on. I'm looking at the chat down here. All the other answers are good, but we're done with that part right now. I'm waiting for Bailey to tell me who said SpaghettiOs. That is so fucking funny. And then someone else said kidney pie. I know, the story's getting worse and worse by the minute, isn't it? I love it. That's what makes making up a story so fun. This is the suggestions I wrote down earlier. I know for you Facebookers, that's backwards. And for you YouTubers, I think it's straight up. But I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, they're drinking beer. They need a good English breakfast of beans, bacon, and tea with cream. Okay, so Bailey says that Tony is the one who said SpaghettiOs. So Charity, that leaves you with kidney pie. Who do you think wins what you're going to feed Prince... Who did I say? Prince Charles when he comes to dinner. All right, so we're going to vote for SpaghettiOs. We're going to vote for kidney pie, or we're going to vote for, oh fuck, what was the other one? Oh shit, damn. Oh, Aiden, eggs and sausage. So, we're going to vote for eggs and sausage, SpaghettiOs, or kidney pie. You pick. Okay, you guys pick. Come on, we need a vote here. There's a vote for Bailey. Tony seemed like the SpaghettiOs kind of guy. Yeah, I think so, right? He's always ready to have a fun adventure with life. And you gotta admire that kind of spontaneity, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, so come on, we need a vote for number 1 is sausage and eggs. Number 2 is SpaghettiOs, and number 3 is kidney pie. We got it. Somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to win this round. That's 2 votes for Bailey. That's 1 vote for eggs and sausage. So that's 2 SpaghettiOs to 1 eggs and sausage. No kidney pie yet. Oh, number 2. Number 2 was Bailey. That's 3 votes for Bailey. All right. Bailey, you win this round. you win this round of what they're going to make for dinner, or serve for dinner, if Prince Charles comes to dinner in the London version of Cards Against Humanity. All right. Let's see. What's another question we could ask? Let's see. Specifically London. What's a super fun thing to do outdoors in the rain in London that you can't do anywhere else in the world? Okay? I need 3 answers. One from Tony, one from Aiden, and one from Susan. Yeah, Bailey won that round. So that's 1 for Bailey. Sing in the Rain from Pika. I like that one. Mess with the Royal Guards. Oh, that's a great one. We have to play this game fair, you guys. You can't be crazy. You can't be crazy. I told you that's not how we're doing this. I'm not doing shout-outs tonight. I'm doing a story. See, this is how our story has evolved. I'll wrap it up in just a few minutes. Sherry, I'm going to DQ your answer because we already got Sing in the Rain. But I like Susan's answer here. Oh, and I like Charity's answer, but she had to go in the last one. So let's see. Susan is have a party in your flat with new friends. Well, there you go. A party. So we have 1, Sing, 2, Mess with the Guards, and 3, have a party in your flat. Let's see the votes here. All right. Let's see. And I don't remember who had these. Oh, crap. That's Susie. Pika had Sing. And Gothic Hellflame had... So, we need to vote for 1, 2, or 3 here. 1, 2, or 3. Oh, 3! 3 got... Oh, one of those you can do in London is number 2. Well, can't you sing in the rain? Or have a party in your flat? You can do that. 2, 3, 1, 5? Seriously? 5? 3. If my math is anywhere near good, I'm thinking it's Gothic for the win. And this one was SpaghettiOs with Bailey. So there we go. That's the end of the 2 rounds of Cards Against Humanity London style in Aiden's flat because they're knackered from the flight. And so now it's time to get some sleep. Yeah. And it turns out, it does, it turns out, well, that's probably the next episode. I should make that the next episode. Let's jump right over like they do in the movies. We'll do that time thing. Whoop. Sunrise, sunset. Whoop. And now it's the morning. And now they're going to have sausage and eggs for breakfast. And cream. Tea with cream. Because somebody suggested that earlier. And Aiden actually does the cooking. Yep. Bailey, invite the guards to the party for karaoke. Oh, that's funny. You just wasted your life here. You're sorry you're going to go cut your wrist now. Well, sweetie, I didn't invite you. You came in on your own choice. If you don't like it, fuck off. Leave. Bye. I'm telling a story. I made the whole shit up in my head. Like it or leave it. I don't care. Sarah, what happened in the night is something that we really don't ask them this early in their relationship, okay? We respect their privacy. Okay, so good night from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Bless you for staying up this late. Thank you so much. I have some really good friends who live in Winnipeg. Musicians, they're called, Red Moon Road. Red Moon Road. A trio of musicians. They're amazing. So this is our story, folks. This is our story. Susan and Tony are on a pretty early in their relationship date. She is an apprentice master plumber. Yep, and because she wants to earn a good income, and she can always show up and not have the crack of her ass showing. And she's making a good living, and Tony's very impressed with that. Tony, we still don't know exactly everything about him, but it turns out he has some connections with the airlines. So he got her a buddy pass, and he got a flight of some sort, and they took off from San Diego to London. And all they had to eat, to eat for the flight was an apple, but they did manage to get some food aboard the flight. And the only thing they threw in their carry-on was some socks. So then Susan went shopping at Harrods. Am I remembering all of this right? So first, Tony informed Susan just after they managed to get out of the labyrinth fuck-ton meso watch of Heathrow Airport that he had a friend who was going to pick them up, a longtime friend named Aiden, and he was going to show them around London and put them up in his flat. Wow. Wow. Tony steals airplanes for the British Mafia. Oh, really? Get a clue. Oh, Chris Petty, you know Red Moon Road? Aren't they amazing? Holy fuck. And when Sheena broke her foot, her leg, the 2 bones, tib fib in her lower leg, and she walked around and did concert tours for like 2 years with all that cast and stuff. Yeah, they're just amazing. Red Moon Road, they're amazing, amazing musicians. Good night, Pika. Thank you. I'm glad you came in. I'm glad you gave me such wonderful suggestions. And you played so nicely. I really appreciate that. So anyway, so she went to Harrods and she went shopping. She got a lovely purple sweater, a new pair of chinos, some new undies, and a windbreaker with a hood. And she bought some skivvies for Tony and passed on buying him some sweatpants because she just didn't think he's the sweatpants type. And it does turn out that Aiden will loan him some clothes while they stay there for just a few days. They tried to suss out some golfing in town, but that wasn't happening. Whatever courses there were all booked up, so they decided to play the London version of Cards Against Humanity in Aiden's flat after Tony and Aiden went out and bought food that Susan cooked using a recipe from my cookbook. Yes, my cookbook. My FASTasF cookbook. Actually, I should find that Mexican sweet potato recipe and show it to you because it's so good. Page 106. Oh, it's so fucking yummy. Look at that. Look at that. Woo. Yummy, yummy. So you got some sweet potato down on the bottom, right? And this is a mixture that you fix in the frying pan. Some corn, some some black beans, some frozen spinach or fresh spinach. It makes no difference. Some salsa and some lime. You squeeze about an entire lime over the whole mess afterwards, and it pops the flavor in the corn. It's just amazing. And then you spread that over the sweet potatoes that you've already cooked, and then maybe throw some avocado slices on for garnish. Oh, it's so good, and it's so nourishing, and it's so easy. It's so easy. Thank you, Cullen, for putting up the link to my cookbook. And Jesse, if you don't like the cookbook, give it to somebody else who will like it. There you go. Oh, so anyway. Sarah, I'm repeating because that's what you do in improv. You repeat the story for all the people who've just come in so that they know what the fuck you're up to, what's going on. And you just gotta, it's the storytelling mechanism. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But that's how you do it. Brandon, you're absolutely right. It would be delicious because it's so many unexpected flavors and textures. Gothic Hellflame, and thank you actually for submitting a suggestion. You won round 2 of London style Cards Against Humanity with Mess with the Guards. So I think we're probably about ready to wrap this up tonight. I've had a good time. We've certainly had our share of rabble-rousers at this hour of the night. I might not do another one at 10 o'clock at night. It's a real sketchy crowd. I'm very much appreciative of all of you with manners. Very much appreciative. So, you know, it could be that on the last week of the month, I'm going to do these streams for every week for 6 months, and maybe we'll continue the story, the make up a story thing, on the last stream of every month. That might be a fun thing to do, right? And then, Cullen, thank you so much for putting up the link. Don't forget to hydrate. I will, thank you. My favorite water bottle. Contigo 20 ounce. And this one's called the Big Gulp because it has a really big spout and I can get ice cubes out of it. And then the spout locks, or closes, first of all, and then it will lock with this little thing here. And you can't open it. It won't open by mistake, so that's pretty cool. And it has a little gizmo here, so you could hang it on something. What do you think? I think it was almost 20 bucks, but boy, it's one of the best purchases I ever made. Oh, Wendy is reminding me we have 17 minutes left. That's right, because oh shit, I know what I forgot to do. Whoops. I know what I forgot to do. This is my list. I have a Patreon going, and these people, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people are pledged at the $20 a month level, and that gives them co-producer status. And that means that in every video I do live, I shout out their names. We have AJ Calabria, Blair Davis, Cal Herrington, and he and I are playing the most amazing games of Words with Friends, because that's part of being at the $20 level as well. You can play me on Words with Friends, and I'm a formidable opponent. We have Gabe Casey, Jimmy Carter, not the president, Laurel Smiley, Myke O'Brien, who has been one of my most loyal fans since the very beginning, Rich Macy, I believe he lives in England, Tara Parsons, and I remembered to say Tara correctly, her way. And then we have the mother-daughter team of Vanessa and Sandy Valles. Vanessa and Sandy Valles. They get me to say it twice because I said it wrong the first time. Yeah. So, you know, I'm just shaking my head at this troll shit. It's just really, what kind of loser do you have to be to type that kind of shit? I don't get it. I'm so much loving the rest of you better. Gothic Hellflame has a 7-month-old baby, and she's up with her baby right now, and that's why she's in the stream. And she got an answer in at number 2. She's got little Scarlet Melody, who's 7 months old. Oh, that's awesome. Give Scarlet a kiss for me, all right? An extra kiss and a little cuddle. Oh, just one of those little squeezy cuddles. Yeah. I'm not doing shout-outs today because this was story time. Tonight was story time. It said so right in the description before I ever started. So if you were expecting a bunch of shout-outs, that's not going to happen. I didn't expect to find so many trolls and real idiots in here. That was real surprising. Oh, hey, you guys, is there anybody who can give me a count of how, because I don't see it on my screen, how many people do we have in here from Facebook and how many people do we have in here from YouTube? And right now, I don't stream to Twitter or to Twitch or to Mixer, but if it gets so that I can manage the comments, then maybe I'll add those platforms another time. But I forget who it was. So this says 17 on YouTube now, 16, 51, 48 on Facebook. So maybe the trolls are leaving. Maybe they didn't get what they wanted and they're leaving. That's great. Arizona Gregory's loving the put-downs. Definitely going to have this ding you every time I go live. Well, I try to mix up the times I go live because I have a very wide international audience. I mean, all around the globe, every time zone there's somebody. There's people in Europe, there's people in Australia and New Zealand, people in Japan, people in Indonesia, whatever. You can tear up all you want. I'm a sucker for babies. Absolute sucker for babies. I wish my grown grandkids would get on the baby making game here pretty soon. Or the baby loving game. Loretta Marie, it's 2 o'clock in the morning in New York. Bless your heart for being here. Thank you. So anyway, we have 11 minutes left. 11 minutes. Is there anybody else who wants the recap of the story that I made up tonight using suggestions from all of you? Excuse me. It was a pretty fun story, I think. Really, nothing better to do than to throw shit on someone you don't even know. That's just so low. Really, that takes so much skill. Myke wants a recap. Well, I can do it. We've got 10 minutes left. I can do it in much less than that. This was the suggestions I got. We had Susan and Tony, who are on an early first date, and she is an apprentice master plumber, which impressed the fuck out of Tony. Yeah, because he didn't understand about women being plumbers, and she said, well, look, I can be a plumber, and I can get down under the sink, and you won't see the crack of my ass, so that's really good. And she wants to make really good money, and she said, that's the way to do it. She wants to build a retirement. She wants to take really good care of herself. Tony's into golfing, which she thinks is kind of crazy, but she's into baseball, which he thinks is kind of crazy. And it turns out that they took off for a very quick trip to London on one of their early dates. I mean, they've only been going out together maybe a month, right? All they packed out of the fridge from her house actually was an apple, and only thing they threw in their carry-on was socks. So they went from San Diego to London, right? And it turns out that on the plane, that's when Susan found out that Tony has a hookup with the airline, and he got her a buddy pass, and he got a free pass for himself. And then he turns out that he has a friend in London who's going to rescue them out of the clusterfuck of Heathrow Airport and show them around London and put them up in his flat and let her cook dinner and take her to Harrods so she can buy some cool new clothes. And that's really about it. Then they couldn't go out, couldn't decide what to do. Oh, they couldn't go golfing because all the golf courses were booked up. So they made dinner at home that she made out of my cookbook, my very awesome cookbook, my very, very, very awesome cookbook, which is half price right now at Amazon. And sorry, dropped something. And they had a wonderful dinner, and the boys cleaned up, and then they played, what is my story based on? It was based on suggestions from the people in the chat. I just made that shit up right out of my head because I'm smart like that. And, you know, it's called improv. That's what we were doing. Ah, mercy sakes. See, I got that done in like 3 minutes. There we go. Yeah, Brandon, you're right. Facebook sure pulls the trolls. Wow. Wow. And Cullen, again from Facebook, not a troll, putting up the link to Granny's cookbook. That's really, really, really nice. I really appreciate that. Arizona Gregory, I'm glad you liked the recap. And Myke, you're very welcome. Oh, and in the game of Words with about Words with Friends, in the game of London version of Cards Against Humanities, the winner for What Would You Feed Prince Charles if he was coming to dinner was SpaghettiOs, which I thought was the best fucking answer ever. Funniest, made me laugh right out loud. And then it was Gothic Hellflame with her 7-month-old baby that she's up tending in the middle of the night, whose suggestion of mess with the guards, what to do on a rainy London night when you're all done playing. That was the question in Cards Against Humanity. What would you do on a rainy night? So that was the story that I made up out of my own brain because I can, and it was fun. Yeah, so it's getting hot in here. I got a sweater on, but I got the fan going. So we've had crazy weather in Los Angeles. It's been in the 60s, then in the 80s, and crazy, crazy. The trolls are weekend failures that couldn't get dates. Ba-ba-ba, Loretta Marie for the win. Oh, wow. That's awesome. A Spaghetti-O Jello mold. Oh, no. Ugh. Ugh. Corey, you're so right. Anyway, wow. You'll be here next live with your SpaghettiOs. Way to go, Bailey. Way to go, Bailey. You know, I can block specific people from the streams, but I don't have a moderator right now. I'm doing this by myself. I don't have anyone in my office to help me. Actually, my office at my house to help me. So it just doesn't happen. They just show their true colors, you know. I can moderate on YouTube as well, but again, that takes someone else monitoring that stream too. Wow. All right, let's start saying goodnight, you guys. We got 4 minutes left. And this is when you can get your shout outs, if you're nice. If you're not nice, you're not going to get one. So Cindy from Minnesota, good night. Surfenberger Nikki, good night. Chris Petty said you'll moderate. We'll check that out one of these days, okay? Send me a private message. Stevie Roeder, I had a great day, an absolutely great day. And I bought 2 new pair of shoes at Skechers. Buy 1 pair, get the second pair half price. Yeah, I'm flying solo. I don't have a crew, so I got to do this by myself, you know. Adam, you can report people. Absolutely you can. So go for it. If you see something that you don't like, report it. Good night. So let's see. Let's see. Good night, Adam. Good night, Arizona Gregory. Good night, Cullen Cook. And thank you so much for all those links to my cookbook. You're a trooper. Good night, Taylor Lynn. Good night, Turd Ferguson. Good night, Carrie Wolfgram. Good night, Needless Marcus Kane. Good night, Nick Mendez. Good night, Gothic Hellflame, and good luck with getting your baby back to sleep. Good night, Lisa Yarborough, and Bailey Hennis, and Michael Call, and Teresa West. No, yeah, Teresa Ward, Claire, Cindy, Stevie, Pika. Pika, I thought you already left. Bless your heart for staying. That's wonderful. Good night, Joe. Good night, Alice. Michael. Brandon, of course. Good night. And thanks for your offer to moderate. That would be really helpful. I know you from the twins, and I would definitely trust you. That would be great. So Jacob and Paige and Scarlett and all of you lovelies, thank you so much. Particularly all of you with your good manners and your nice words. There's no reason to be mean to anybody. No reason at all. And Charity, I'll see you soon, the day before Mother's Day. Bring some friends. Yeah. We'll get some more people into the Victorville store. They're so excited. They asked me to come back for Mother's Day. I was so excited about that. That really says a lot about that store and how much they care about their customers. No private shout-outs tonight, just good nights, okay? It's not happening tonight. It wasn't. I told you that wasn't happening. And I don't care how about your bag. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Chris, I'm glad you think it's been fun. I had a good time with it, too. Gina, you fucking got it. Be kind. A few shout-outs and good nights. No shout-outs, but good nights. And some lovely suggestions from all of you to make the story roll right along. These poor people, they're like a broken record. Blah, 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 blah. If it's well known for Mother's Day. Mike DuPont, you just came in and it's over already. Yep, it's over. And Pika, bless your heart, sticking around till the end. Oh, wow. You're the best, girl. Oh, Colin, you know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I could do that sometime. Or make one up myself, right? That would be fun, too. I need to shut it down for MobCam because they give us an hour to do these. I love you all, even you assholes, because there's something to love about everybody, even if you don't deserve it. Mwah! Nighty-night.